If you're running an e-commerce store and you're not tracking your numbers properly, you're not looking at your metrics head on, eye to eye, every single week, then you're doing it all wrong. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys the top 7 metrics to track in your e-commerce store, and also how to track them, where to track them, and general guidelines on tracking metrics. My name is Nat. I'm one of the founders of Fun Punch, and this year we done $14 million in revenue, hitting $400,000 days. So you can listen to me. Let's move on. First of all, I just want to adjust your mindset a bit to get back to the fact that business is a numbers game. You started a business to increase the number on your bank account, to increase that number. And the way to do that is to look at the numbers inside of your business. It's all numbers, numbers, numbers. You should be consistently looking at numbers, especially if you're an operator, you're the founder, you're the CEO. The numbers is the only thing that actually matters. And I'm sure right now, the only number you track, or the main one you track at least, is your ROAS. Why is my ROAS 1.6? How do I get it to 1.7? That's probably what you think every single day. And that's wrong, because you can't control the ROAS. What you can control is the smaller metrics underneath it. For example, the amount of creators we've launched. For example, our conversion rate. For example, the AOV. You can control these smaller metrics. Those are the ones you should be tracking. Now, there's also a certain way to track them. I would recommend you track 20 metrics, at least in your business, metrics that you can actually control. And do not be scared or run away from your metrics. I'm going to say this again and again. Face them head on. Have a sheet with all your metrics in one spot and update them, and make sure that every single week you're looking at them. Your whole team has to look at them. Every single person needs to know the numbers. And this overall falls under the whole fact that your business needs systems, right? And tracking metrics is one part of business systems, especially these e-com systems. So moving on to the next part, I'm going to teach you guys more detail about the scoring system. I like to call it the KPI dashboard. You need one live KPI dashboard with all your metrics in place. Metrics should be split by department. You should have marketing metrics, growth metrics, customer support metrics, finance metrics, operations metrics. They should be split. And each department should have around 3 to 5 metrics. These metrics have to be the most important metrics inside of the business. You have to be able to know if the department is doing good or not simply by these 3 to 5 metrics. Are we doing good or are we not? All metrics need an owner. Someone has to be responsible for them, because if a target is not hit, you can spank them. You can call them a bad boy. And every metric must have targets. What's the point of looking at metrics and not having targets? You don't know if you're doing good or not. Targets are super important. It gives you the guideline, the baseline. Is my business functioning well? And you should go through metrics every single week and see if you're hitting targets or not. If not, adjustments need to be made. This is the right way to track metrics, and I'm sure it's already clicking in your head a bit. You can see that by doing this, you'll get a much better gauge on your business's health, and you're able to spank people. It's very fun. So I'm going to move on to the first metric. The first metric, the most important one, especially for Meta D2C heavy brands, is creatives launched per week. And I'm not talking about iterations, I mean new concepts here. If you're not feeding the algorithm with new ideas, you're asking for your old tired ads to do all the heavy lifting. No creative volume, no new winners, no new scales, no fucking money. All right? You need to be launching fresh creatives per week. The target depends on the scale of your brand. If you're a smaller brand, you can aim for 5. The bigger you get, the more creatives you need to feed Meta. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail in this metric because I'm sure everyone's heard this a million times, but it's just something that should be tracked weekly. Someone should be assigned this metric and spank them if there's not enough creatives being launched. Next, products send out. This one is underlooked a lot by many brands, and honestly annoys me because I don't care what type of brand you're. I don't care if you're a supplement, black hat, gray hat brand. I don't care if you're a dog brand. I don't care if you're a toy brand. You need fresh content for your brand. So many people skip this. You're selling online where you're selling through videos. Why are you not getting fresh videos to feed Meta so that you can hit new target audiences, so you can unlock new angles? You need product send out every single week to get content in, all right? My target will be minimum 10 per week. But again, it depends on your scale. The bigger brand you are, you can afford to send out more products. So go send out more products. But yeah, if you want your creatives to perform better, if you want your ROAS to be higher, you should be sending out more products. It's very, very simple. Remember, assign someone to product send out, set them a target, and if they don't do good, what do? You spank them. Next, A/B tests complete. So what is this metric? This metric is how many successful tests have you completed on your store? Why does it matter? Because how do you expect to increase your conversion rate? Are you gonna just guess and put random pictures in and change the copywriting? No, you need to have A/B tests in place. You need to look at the actual data. And if you're not doing this, you're literally just guessing, and perhaps maybe even your performance might get lower. So you need this. So yeah, I would never change the website unless you're running an A/B test and unless you're storing all the information inside of a database or a Google Sheet or wherever you want. Just make sure for every A/B test, you store the information. You, like a scientist, you write a hypothesis beforehand. Hey, I think if I change this product picture to this, our conversion rate should increase by 0.05%. Then you test it. You see, was it successful? Was it not? If yes, we launch it on the site. If not, we fuck it off. And you should record all this, because if you have a big database of A/B tests, you know what's working in your business, what's not. Feed this information to AI and you're just going to get much better results. On to the next metric, which we have CSAT score. This is something that everybody avoids. And I know you watching this, you're avoiding this right now. You avoid your reviews, your customer reviews. This is how happy are your customers. And I think it's super important, because if this number is low, if your customers are not satisfied, you need to stop everything you're doing right now and you need to change your product. Get back to product development. What's the point of trying to increase your ROAS or trying to scale your business if the customers are not happy? You can only work on scale once the foundation is set in place, because you're just wasting your time. You're not going to get good returning customer rate, which is also another good metric to track. Returning customer rate, very important. It's not in this video, but it's a very good one to track. Target minimum 8 out of 10. Absolute minimum. And the way we actually track CSAT score, best way is to send a post-purchase survey like 20 days after somebody's received the item, so you have the right score. Next, on to the next metric is pre-lander percentage of ad budget spent. Sounds a bit confusing at first, but it's simply how much of your ad budget is your pre-landers taking up. How much traffic is going towards your pre-landers rather than offer pages. And this is good because it gives you good data on your overall funnel performance. How good is your growth and grow team? It's a good way to track them. Because someone can make a pre-lander, but you don't know if they're doing good or not. Give them a metric, give them a target to hit. And if they hit it, they're doing well, reward them, give them a treat. If they're doing bad, you spank them. So I think it's a very good metric to track. Not many people track this at all. It's a very low-key metric. And it just tells you, because if this is taking up more spend than going onto your offer page, your actual PDP page, it just tells you that, okay, my Crow team's doing a good job. These guys are actually doing good. They're bringing me in money instead of just wandering around like headless chickens. On to the next one. Contribution margin, number 6. This is what's left after product shipping, ads, and transaction fees. It's a marker on how good is my meta ads performing. Is my meta ads doing well or not? Looking at net profit can be confusing because there's team expenses in there. There's so much other expenses inside of your net profit. It doesn't give you a good gauge on your Facebook ads, your meta ads performance. And this gives you that direct meta ads performance indicator. It's the number that tells you if you're actually building or not. Target, it changes depending on the company. If you have someone with very high returning customer rates, this can be 0%. It could be -5, -10, I don't know. Depends on your business. I like to give a general rule of thumb of 15% at least. But yeah, again, it depends on your business. Most of these targets that I'm giving you guys right now, and this is just general guidelines. These can be completely different for your business. It does not have to be these numbers at all. It depends really, because every business is different. Some businesses have LTV and high returning customer rate. Some businesses rely on first customer transactions, where this would have to be a lot higher. So that's number 6. And now number 7 is revenue per visitor. This is the true metric that actually measures funnel efficiency. I hate when people talk to me about conversion rate. If someone comes to me and says, I'm going to increase your conversion rate by 0.1%, I'm going to tell them, fuck off. I don't care. It's the most bullshit metric in the world. Conversion rate does not matter. It changes. There's too many variables that affect conversion rate. An example being targeting a different ad. Maybe one day an ad targets a different country. You can't control that. That country has lower conversion rate. Now your overall conversion rate decreases because of that. Another one is email marketing campaign got sent out. Your conversion rate got increased by so much. Don't look at conversion rate. It's bullshit. Look at revenue per visitor. This is how much money you're actually extracting from the audience. How much money is coming out of their pockets. And focusing on this number is just going to help everything. It's going to help a marketing team achieve a higher ROAS. It helps every single department. Finance team is happy. You're happy. Your pockets are happy. This is a metric that you actually can change. And increasing this is just going to help your business massively in every single way. And target, I put it as a question mark. The reason I've done this is because it depends on your business. You're going to have to track this for 2-3 weeks. Find what your base is, your guideline base is, your general base. And your target should be 10 to 20% higher, and always aim to increase it higher. Assign someone responsible to it. That's how a CEO moves. You're not going to do it yourself. You assign someone to it. Say, make this the target. If they don't hit the target, what do? We spank them. You know what? This is being too nice. Let's be a bit more like maybe a whip. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, moving on to the cheat code. All right, I've given you guys 7 nice metrics to track that your team should be tracking every week. Remember, there are more metrics. You should be tracking 20 to 30 metrics. You should be assigning someone to the metrics, and you should be setting targets to the metrics, and you should have a KPI dashboard, one dashboard which tracks all of these metrics. I'm going to hard sell you guys now. I'm going to give you guys the cheat code. The cheat code is CEO Camp. If you want your team to be running like a machine, everyone to be running on metrics and numbers, you want clear targets and goals set in your ecom store in every department, a rhythm of checking metrics the right way, because there's a certain structure that takes place. It's a weekly call, and in this weekly call there's a certain way of executing the call which makes the whole team aware of all the metrics. And you also want one-to-one installation of your KPI dashboard with the founders of Fun Punch. Then you come to CEO Camp. Because I'm telling you guys right now, when we installed metrics into our business, we went from 20k days to 400k days in less than a year. Genuinely, our KPI dashboard, I can't show it. There's too much detailed information. It's every single metric. But if you look at it on a week-by-week basis, the revenue is just going up, 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 up. There's something special that happens when all your metrics are in one place and your team is discussing all of these metrics weekly. And you actually assign responsibilities to these metrics. You assign owners to these metrics. The business changes. It changes very fast. It's something special, and I can't imagine my life without this. Genuinely, without tracking KPIs the right way, I would be stressed out. I would be losing hair right now. I would be looking older. It really just gives you clarity and peace of mind to track metrics the right way. And that's it from now, founder of Fun Punch. I hope you enjoyed the metrics, and if you have any questions, just type below, and also CEO Camp down below. Make sure you apply. I'll see you inside.